Chapter 3, Part 3. Character is a combination. Character is a combination of integrity, unselfishness, understanding, conviction, courage, loyalty, and respect. What is pleasant personality with character? It is an class by itself. It is a composure. It is poise. It is sure-footedness and confidence without arrogance. It is being considerate. It is never making excuses. It is knowing that courtesy and good manners take many small sacrifices. It is learning from past mistakes. It has nothing to do with money or blue blood. It never builds itself by destroying others. It is substance, not just form. It is being able to walk with a light and yet maintain the common touch. It is gentle word, a kind look, and a good-natured smile. It is the secret pride that stands against tyranny. It is being comfortable with oneself and others. It is having the classic touch that gives the winning edge. It works wonders. It accomplishes miracles. It is easy to recognize, hard to define. It is accepting responsibility. It is humility. It is graciousness in victory and defeat. It is not fame and fortune. It is not a plug. It is permanent. It is intangible. It is being courteous and polite without being subservient. It is being classy without being cocky. It is self-discipline and knowledge. It is self-contained. It is gracious winner and an understanding loser. Something in human nature causes us to start slacking off at our moment of greatest accomplishment. As you become successful, you will need a great deal of self-discipline not to lose your sense of balance. Humility and commitment. H. Rose Perot. More difficult than success itself is how we handle success. Many people know how to become successful, but after they become successful, they don't know how to handle it. That is why ability and character go hand in hand. Ability will get you success, character will keep you successful. We don't unfold or discover ourselves, we create and build ourselves into the kind of person we want to be. Character building starts from infancy and goes on until death. Character does not need success, it is success. Just like a gardener has to keep weeding to prevent weeds from eating the life of the garden, we need to keep building and developing our character by weeding out our faults. Adversity builds and or reveals character. Under adverse circumstances, some people break records and others break down. John F. Kennedy once said that it is a mark of character how well a person behaves when things are not going well. When things are going well for us, it is easy to be logical, kind and gracious. But when things aren't going well and we are under a lot of pressure, some people can't think clearly and snap at others around them. While others remain clear-headed and continue to treat others with respect, adversity reveals a person's character. There is a Russian saying, a hammer shatters glass but forges steel. There is a lot of truth in saying, are we made of glass or a steel? It is the same hammer, just a carbon determines the quality of steel, character determines the quality of man. Number 6. Positive believing. What is the difference between positive thinking and positive believing? What if you could actually listen to your thoughts? Are they positive or negative? Are you programming your mind for a success or a failure? The way in which you think has profound effect on your performance. Having a positive attitude and being motivated is a choice we make every day. Living a positive life is not easy, but then neither a negative is living. Given a choice, I would rather go for a positive living. Positive thinking helps you use your ability to the fullest. Positive believing is more than positive thinking. It is knowing that positive thinking will work. Positive believing is an attitude of confidence that comes from preparation. Having a positive attitude without making the effort is nothing more than having a wishful dream. The following illustrate positive believing. Several years ago, Lockheed introduced the L-1011 thruster plane in order to ensure safety and test the strength of the jetliner. Lockheed exposed the plane to the roughest possible treatment for 18 months, a program that cost $1.5 billion. Hydraulic jacks, electronic sensors, and computer to put the aeroplane through its paces for a more than 36,000 simulated flights, equivalent to the 100 years of airline service. Without one single malfunction, finally, after thousands of tests, the aircraft was given the seal of approval. Does the Lockheed organization have a reason to believe the positively? You bet. There is every reason to believe that this plane is safe to fly because all of that effort put into the preparation. Number 7. Give more than you get. It is easy to succeed today. If you want to get ahead in life, go the extra mile. There is no competition on the extra mile. Are you willing to do little more than you get paid for? How many people you know are willing to do little bit more than what they get paid for? Hardly any. Most people don't want to do what they get paid for. And the second category of people want only to do what they can get by with. They fulfill their quotas just to keep their jobs. Only a small fraction is willing to do the little bit more than what they get paid for. Why do they do more? The advantage of doing more than you get paid for. You make yourself more valuable regardless of what you do and where you work. It gives you more confidence. People start looking at you as a leader. Others starting trusting you. Superiors start respecting you. It breeds loyalty from both your subordinates and your superiors. It generates cooperation. It produces pride and satisfaction. If we get the extra mile, where is competition? If you work for a man, for heaven's sake, work for him. Kim Hubbard. Hardworking people are in a demand everywhere, regardless of age, experience, or academic qualification. Hardworking people can work without supervision, are punctual and considerate, listen carefully and carry out the instruction accurately. Tell the truth. Don't sulk when called upon to pitch in at the time of an emergency. Are result oriented rather than the task oriented. Are cheerful and courteous. Always think in terms of giving more than expected by your customer, friends, spouse, parents, and children. Whenever you do anything, ask yourself, how can I add a value to what I'm doing? Or can I give added value to others? The key to success can be summed up in 4 words, and then some more. Winners do what they are supposed to, and then some more. Winners do their duty, and then some more. Winners are courteous and generous, and then some more. Winners can be counted on, and then some more. Winners put 100%, and then some more. Ability without dependability, responsibility, and flexibility is a liability. Why are some highly intelligent people, often with impressive academic qualification, living failures or at best? Practicing in mediocrity because they become expert at why things won't work and build a reserve of negative energy. They don't want to do what they get paid for, or they only want to do what they can get by with. No wonder they are living failures. When we give or do more than what we get paid for, we eliminate our competition. In fact, we become the competition. This attitude is much more important than intelligence or a degree. Number 8. The power of persistence. Nothing will take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Calvin Coolidge. The journey to being your best is not easy. It is full of setbacks. Winners have the ability to overcome and bounce back with even greater resolve. Don't quit when things go wrong, as they sometimes will. When the road you are trudging seems all uphill. When the funds are low and the debts are high. And you want to smile but you have sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest is if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about, when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up through the peace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you are hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must quit. Fritz Kreiser, the great violinist, was once asked, "How do you play so well? Are you lucky?" He replied, "It's a practice. If I don't practice for a month, the audience can tell the difference. If I don't practice for a week, my wife can tell the difference. If I don't practice for a day, I can tell the difference." Persistence results from commitment and leads to determination. There is a pleasure and endurance. Athletes put in years of practice for a few seconds or minutes of performance. Persistence is a decision. It is a commitment to finish what you start. When you are exhausted, quitting looks good, but winners endure. Ask a winning athlete. He endures pain and finishes what he started. Lots of people who are failures begin well but never finish anything. Persistence comes from purpose. Life without purpose is a drifting. A person who has no purpose will never preserve and will never fulfill. Number 9. Pride of performance. In today's world, pride is a performance has fallen by wayside because it requires effort and hard work. However, nothing happens unless it is made to happen. When one is discouraged, it is easy to look for shortcuts. However, these should be avoided no matter how great the temptation. Pride comes from within. It is what gives the winning edge. Pride of performance does not represent ego. It represents pleasure with humility. The quality of work and the quality of the worker are inseparable. Half-hearted effort does not produce half result. It produces no result. Three people were laying bricks. A peasant asked them what they were doing. The first one replied, "Don't you see? I am making a living." The second one said, "Don't you see? I am laying a bricks." The third one said, "I am building a beautiful monument." Here were there three people doing the same thing who had totally different perspectives on what they were doing. They had three very different attitudes about their work. And would their attitude affect their performance? The answer is clearly yes. Excellence comes when the performer takes pride in doing his best. Every job is a self-portrait of a person who does it, regardless of what the job is, whether washing a car, sweeping the floor, or painting a house. Do it at the right first time, every time. The best insurance for tomorrow is a job well done today. Michelangelo had been working on his statue for many days. He was taking a long time to retouch every small detail. A bystander thought these improvements were insignificant and asked Michelangelo why he bothered with them. Michelangelo replied, "Trifles make perfection and perfection is no trifle." Most people forget how fast you did a job, but they remember how well it was done. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep street. Even a Michelangelo painted, or a Beethoven composed music, or a Shakespeare wrote a poetry. He should sweep a street so well that all the host of heaven and earth will pause to say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well." Martin Luther King Jr. The feeling of the job well done is a reward in itself. It is better to do a small thing well than to do many things poorly. Number 10. Being willing to be a student, get a mentor. If God and the teacher guru are standing together, who does the student salute first? According to the Indian culture, the answer is the teacher, because without his direction and help, the student could not have met God. A mentor or a teacher is a person who hindsight can be become your foresight. Look for someone who can mentor you. Choose your mentor carefully. A good mentor will guide and give direction, whereas a bad mentor will misguide. Show respect. Be an interested student. An interested student gets the best out of a teacher. The best teacher will not give you something to drink. They will make you thirsty. They will put you on a path to seek answer. Do you have what it takes to be successful? Do you all of us have the qualities of success? Some people feel they don't. They stay mediocre and fail. But it doesn't have to be that way. All of us possesses each of the 10 qualities discussed in this chapter. The qualities may not be developed to the level that you want them to be, but they are there. You may not know that they are there, but when we find out, our performance will change. This is this is like having $1 million buried in your backyard and knowing about it. You wouldn't be able to use it, but the moment you find out, your thinking and behavior will change. We all have hidden treasures. All we need to do is bring them to the surface and use them. Let's move to the action plan. Success seems to be connected with an action. Successful people keep moving, they make mistakes, but they don't quit. Conrad Hilton. Number 1 action plan. To achieve success, you must have the worthwhile goal. Write down your most important goals. Number 2. To achieve success, you must overcome failure. What failures have you overcome so far? Number 3. Ben Franklin identified 13 virtues and worked on each of them for a week. At the end of 13 weeks, he started the cycle of over again. Decide how you can work on each of the 10 key to success in this chapter. Desire, commitment, responsibility, hard work, character, positive believing, give more than you get, persistent, pride of performance, be a student, get a mentor.